Hey folks, welcome to PlayBranson, the show where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and today's episode is brought to you by iBranson.com. It's the place where you can find the latest Branson show schedules and attraction information. So be sure to go to iBranson.com. Now, today's episode, we have Ashley Dawn. She is with the world-famous Baldknobbers show, and you're going to want to hear from her today on PlayBranson. So hang tight, and we'll be right back. You may be sitting in your hotel room tonight saying, who is playing where tonight in Branson? Well, guess what? If you go to thevacationchannel.com, you can see Branson show and attraction schedules. Just click on the schedule button in the top right corner and you'll see who's playing tonight in Branson. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today I have Ashley Dawn back. You're back. You've been here on the show a couple times,
Yep,
so welcome back.
Thank you.
So folks, if you don't know, Ashley is over at the Baldknobbers Theater. We're going to talk about, well, not the theater, the show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the show, but you've been in Branson for a little while now, but you've got this long musical history. And so tell people about your journey in this business.
Yeah. So I started singing when I was about 6 years old, singing in church. My dad was a pastor and my mom was a piano player at church. And we lived like 45 minutes away from the church. So every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, we were in the car singing Southern gospel to the radio all growing up. And so I started singing Southern gospel with my brother and my sister. And we had a trio called the Praetors. And we toured for about 10 years together, had a bus and had a record deal and recorded, I think, 4 albums together and did about 200 concerts a year as teenagers. And so...
That's a lot.
We did a lot, yeah. So I've been singing for a while, and I've done a lot of singing.
Yeah.
But then took a break for almost 15 years. We all got married the same year, wanted to raise families, and so I have 4 kids, and then I wanted to get back into it, so moved to Branson.
Moved to Branson.
Yep.
So you moved to Branson thinking, hey, I want to get into the music business here in Branson.
That way I didn't have to travel. Everybody comes here, and I can have my kids and not have to travel with them.
So talk about what happened in Branson. Like, was it hard? Was it easy?
Well, since I had been kind of removed from the music scene altogether for quite a few years, I had no idea how to get started. So I just moved here and figured I'll figure it out from here. So I just started, rubbing shoulders, going to places, meeting people, talking to people, and the contacts and the people that I had known weren't necessarily all around anymore. So I just had to start meeting people. And really the first thing that kind of was a little bit of a segue into singing again was my landlord was a musician whenever I moved here. And so he kind of figured out who I was, put my name in his back pocket, and then pulled it out about a year later. And he was the drummer for the 135th Army Band out of Springfield. So it wasn't a Branson gig.
Right.
But they had lost their lead singer and they needed somebody. So they were going to have a civilian do it because they didn't have anybody in the Army to do it that was lined up. So that was my first gig, getting back into singing. And I did that for almost 2 years with the Army Band, being their lead singer. So that was really fun. And then I also, started meeting other people. And Carrie Garrison was singing at a place in Springfield every weekend with a couple of the other, Branson artists, and Travis Clevenger, Dino Strunk, was a couple of them. And she had come down sick and they needed somebody to fill in for her. And so somebody threw my name out there and I was like, hey, yep, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And so that's how I met Dino Strunk. And then him and I started doing some duo stuff together after that. And that's really what got the wheels turning for Branson gigs for me.
And so you've been a singer at the Baldknobbers for how many years now?
This is my sixth season. and they saw me on Facebook with Dino, and that's how they found out about me.
Yeah. Well, and that's, people now, you hear about people being discovered or people being found out, by social media, Facebook, those kind of things. And, but it sounds like you were making connections, you were working and doing different things. And now you're not only on one show, you actually are on a second show now.
Yes. So, it worked out, schedules worked out great, for me to be able to do 2 shows this year. And so I'm also over at the Legends in Concert show, being a tribute artist to Lainey Wilson.
Yeah. So for people that are like trying to get into this business, what kind of advice would you give them?
Oh, well, you got to have a lot of grit and determination. So you can't give up. For me, it took, a couple years before I really felt like I was starting to gain some traction with getting known. I'm not the best at social media stuff, so that probably would have helped if I would have done more of that to begin with. But just really making connections personally with people, putting yourself out there and physically meeting them was really what started things for me, I feel.
So you've got talk to us about your album here.
Yeah. So like I said, I've made a few in the past with my brother and sister as Southern gospel. So really that's my roots, is doing gospel music. I love country. I have such a country voice, so it just made sense to do a country faith album. And so some of my songs that I chose on here, it's really personal album, and all the songs are just songs that I've kind of put in my back pocket over the years that I was like, if I record another album, that's what I want to do. So I have songs that might be a contemporary, classically a contemporary Christian song, but I made it country because of my voice.
Yeah.
So I'm country at heart. So all the songs on here, no matter what genre they began in, are country. Okay. So most of them are either like a positive country or already a Christian song. So
So people, if they want to hear you, they can go, you said they can go all the streaming services and
this
get
is kind of a dinosaur at this point in the world. Unfortunately, you can still buy them. But I have everything on all the streaming services as well.
Okay.
So.
And so what would they search for? Would they just search for Ashley Dawn, or they?
Yep, Ashley Dawn. There's multiple Ashley Dawns out there. So specifically look for Country Faith is the name of my album, just so you make sure you get the correct Ashley Dawn.
Yeah. And it's terrible when tons of people have the same name as you, right?
No, I couldn't get the website either. So maybe we'll eventually work on that.
So yeah, that's always, sometimes when I am Googling, trying to do research ahead of time, I do find out multiple people have similar names.
Yeah.
So, so you and your daughter also doing a few things periodically now as well, right?
Yep. She just turned 13. So, she decided a few years ago that she wanted to do music and loves to sing. And I've known she could sing and hold a tune and just to be good since she was 2, but I just kind of have let her develop that and decide on her own. Didn't want to push her, and she's digging in. She's loving it. She loves bluegrass music. She's great at harmonies, so that fits really well. Might be the next Judds.
There we go. Now, I noticed when I was doing research that if somebody wanted to actually book you, maybe at an event or venue, you've got some select dates, because you're doing lots of shows in Branson, but you have some select dates open.
Yeah. So the Legends show is just a little shorter than a 4-month run. So by May 31st, I won't be as busy. So I'm trying to open my schedule. So on my Facebook page, I posted available dates to book, because I love to do stuff outside, whether it's with my daughter or by myself. I've got a couple other friends that I do some gigs with in the area, and a lot of Saturdays are open. So
there we go. Okay, folks, we're going to stop right there. We're going to come back and hear more about the show she's in just a minute, so hang tight. Have you seen our new PlayBranson magazine? Well, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's shows, attractions, golf, the lakes, and more, you need to get the PlayBranson magazine. It's free. It's located all over town in racks, so be sure to pick up a PlayBranson magazine. Going to Branson for some relaxation and fun? You've got to stay with Branson's award-winning hotel family, Meyer Hotels. Meyer Hotels features 4 hotels in Branson with the best locations for your trip. Choose from brands you know and trust, like the Holiday Inn Express on Green Mountain Drive, the Best Western Centerpoint Inn, Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, and the Comfort Inn and Suites. Enjoy refreshing indoor pools and hot tubs. Do you like free? How about a free hot breakfast each morning? Free vacation planning services, and of course, smiles are always free. Want even more value? Go to MeyerHospitality.com and join our e-club to save 15% off your next stay and check out incredible deals with our vacation packages. Call 1-877-FUN-STAY to book Branson's award-winning hotels or visit MeyerHospitality.com. It's your safe choice for award-winning lodging in Branson. MeyerHospitality.com. Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. On today's show, we have Ashley Dawn, one of the performers over at the Branson famous Baldknobbers. And so tell us about the new show this year.
Well, a lot of people that aren't familiar with Baldknobbers are always like, what's the show? What is this about? So I like to describe it as it's got a more of a variety feel to it. You know, it's classically a country show, but we also have classic rock in it, and we always have a gospel section. But there may be, you know, a pop song that's thrown in there here and there. And this year, even Megan and I do a duet of Respect, you know, RESPECT. So that's fun too. But I add country to everything, so I can't help that.
Yes.
But yeah, we've got a new comedian that started last year. His name's Mayhem.
Yes.
And he also does the Redneck Comedy Bus Tour. So that kind of gives you an idea of his comedy style.
Yes. And he was on the show last year. So if you want to go back and watch a past episode, he is there.
Yeah. So
yes.
We're loving having Mayhem. He brings a lot of mayhem to the show. So we've got the comedy, and I feel like it's a kind of a concert feel with the music that we do. And we've got 4 main singers, Shane Van Camp, Brandon and Megan Mabe, and myself. Amazing band, great musicians, just a really high energy show.
Yeah. And when we think of the Baldknobbers, we think of history, because this show now has, I think it's 65 years.
This is the 66th year.
66 year.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was the very first show in Branson. And still going strong.
Yeah.
So.
And it still has, with Brandon Mabe, still part of the original family.
Yep. He's the 3rd generation.
3rd generation. And tell people, maybe if they haven't been in town for a while, tell people where you're located.
So we are located in the Hughes Brothers Theater, which is really close to the Branson Ferris wheel. So just west of the Branson Ferris wheel, next to Andy's Frozen Custard.
Yep. For Andy, can't go wrong with Andy's frozen custard.
Grab an Andy's and come to the show.
Yeah. Now, time frames. Talk about when you guys perform.
So we perform on Monday nights at 8, Wednesdays and Thursday matinee at 2 p.m., and Friday nights at 8.
At 8.
And next month, starting in April, on Thursdays, we will have a vintage show. So we throw it back to songs that have been done over the past 66 years and put it all into a show for those who maybe have visited Baldknobbers in the past and they kind of just want a nostalgic feel to the show. We have a vintage show.
So would you call it more older country?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so, folks, you can actually go, in that case, to the Baldknobbers twice and see 2 different shows.
Correct.
The other thing I like to tell people is, I think this show is what I call a Branson show, meaning it has the comedy in it. It has Brandon doing MCs. And so, when people are like, how do you describe a Branson show? It fits what we call a Branson show. Because if you went to Las Vegas or New York, you would not see a show like this.
Right. This is a classic Branson show.
Yeah.
Because it was the first one.
Yeah. And so, folks, a lot of history there. I can tell you there are not very many shows that have been in existence for 66 years.
Yep.
So pretty awesome. Tell us also now about your show. You're doing a limited run over at Legends in Concert.
Yep. So we started February 7th, and my run there will go until May 31st. And I'm a tribute artist to Lainey Wilson, and I'm having a blast. I actually did a Lainey Wilson song in the Baldknobbers show last year, which kind of segued into this. Okay. I had so many people say I looked like her, sounded like her, and heard that Legends was looking for some new artists. And so I auditioned for that. And Shane Bandcamp actually is Toby Keith over there at the same time. So we're both in the Legends show together, which is fun to do. We're all great friends. And so it's a fun time. So yeah, he's Toby Keith and I'm Lainey Wilson, and we're just having a great time doing that.
Yeah. Now, if I ask you the schedule, do you know what the schedule is?
Yes. So Mondays we have a matinee at 3 p.m., Tuesdays 8 p.m., Wednesdays we don't have shows. That's the only day off. And then Thursday we have 8 p.m., Fridays 3 p.m., Saturday is 8 p.m., Sunday is 3 and 8 p.m.
Yeah. So
a lot of shows.
Yeah. And I saw I think on your Facebook, you had all the shows and there was over 11 shows, but the fact that they kind of work together and fit is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is. And actually we share a guitar player. So Kevin Allen is the Legends guitar player, and he is also Baldknobbers guitar player. So we knew the schedule would work because he did that last year.
Okay.
So.
Well, and Kevin's been on the show too, folks. So and that's what we love is we get to talk to so many entertainers, and what a lot of people don't realize is sometimes you'll see different people at different shows.
Yep.
Or the same people at different shows depending on what they're doing.
Yeah, if the schedule fits, it's what we love to do. So if we have an opportunity to do more of what we love, we're going to take the opportunity.
And so, folks, that's at Legends Theater, or Pepsi Legends Theater. Now they changed the name, Pepsi Legends Theater. That is over by Fritz's, over by Dolly Stampede, right there when you come into town. It's really the first theater, I always say, on the left on West 76 Country Boulevard. So what song, I want to go back to the Baldknobbers. What songs are you specifically, do you have some that you can share with us that you're singing?
So I do two specific features that are my songs that I do, and one of them is called Done by the band Perry. It's right out the gate at close to the beginning of the show, and it's just a really high energy song that all of us are actually out there doing it. Brandon, Megan, and Shane are doing the backups, and it's just a really fun high energy song that I like to do those.
Yeah. And what else?
And then the other one is Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. I had done a Shania Twain song a few years ago, and it went over really well. It's one of those that just everybody loves to get into and enjoys Shania Twain.
Lots of costume changes as well, right?
Yeah, we typically have, I haven't counted them this year to be sure, but we typically have 9 or 10 costumes that we're running back and forth changing. So we always have awesome boots. Megan picks out amazing boots, and we usually build an outfit from that, and everybody comments on our boots.
No, I saw you had some big tall boots on, but they were very sparkly.
Yes. We love our boots, and we love our sparkles. So there's a lot of that in the show.
So folks, here's the deal. Go see Ashley Dawn at the Branson Famous Baldknobbers. That's over at the Hughes Brothers Theater out on West 76 Country Boulevard. Can't miss it. Or go see her over at Legends in Concert. I almost said Legends in Country, but I don't know. Legends in Concert over there at the Pepsi Legends Theater. So folks, we'll be back in just a second to wrap the show up. You know, we often provide tips on how to make your Branson vacation better. So have you guys seen the Flavor of Branson magazine? Now, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's restaurants, this is the most complete guide for dining. And guess what? It's free. It's located all over town in racks, and it will help save you money. Stretch those vacation dollars even further. There are about 20 coupons in the back. It lists all the restaurants and categories. And so check this out. Be sure to check it out in the lobby of your hotel.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've been talking to Ashley Dawn with the world famous Baldknobbers show. They're really the longest running show here in Branson. You can find them over at the Hughes Theater Now, if you need help planning your Branson vacation, be sure to go to ibranson.com, or you can call those folks at 1-877-ENTERTAIN. They've been serving guests in Branson for over 30 years, helping you plan your vacation with show tickets, attractions, and lodging. You can get the whole package there. So go to ibranson.com or give them a call. Now, you can find all of our PlayBranson episodes online. So be sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube. If you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'd really appreciate that. That's at PlayBranson. And also, you can find us on the vacationchannel.com website. However you want to watch us, we're there. Be sure to go see some live music this week. Support our local musicians, relax, and enjoy the music. That's it for today. We'll see you here next time on PlayBranson.